64-56. Other than that, they've been smoked. Let's be frank. This is not a team bringing back a lot of talent. Jared Brown, their only returning letter winner. They're basically starting from scratch in this program. Milton's strong in a lot of other sports, football among them, but basketball has struggled the last couple years. And after having some significant graduation losses and then losing one of their best players because he went to a basketball academy down in Florida, they're really starting from scratch here. Yeah, their one returning player I mentioned was where's his name here? Brown. Jared Brown he's averaging 10.5 a game for him this year. Last year, let me look this up and tell you what he did. Last year, Brown averaged, well, an insignificant amount of points. Let's just say that. Let's not embarrass the kid. Silver Eagles, on the other hand, come back with a veteran crew from last year. Led, of course, by all-conference pick Jake Schrockenthaler. Big Jake averaging almost 19 points a game, almost 8 rebounds a game. Strong cast of characters behind him. Caden Nelson averaging 7 points a game. Caden's picked it up this year, though. He's averaging almost 18 a game, shooting from the outside, providing a little counterbalance for Schrock, but they're not the only two on the team. Sam Hepp averaged 6 a game last year. Sam has started strong this year, averaging an even 10. And Max Nelson picking it up a few notches. He averaged about 5 a game last year. He's up to 9 this year. You throw in a lot of their other strong players, strong supporting cast, Jimmy Tomei, Alec Ogden, Joey Scalisi, and then some of their JV players who came up, Henry Houston primarily among them, Jordan Bishop. This is a strong team and a big team too. Silver Eagles have a lot of height on this roster. A lot of players who can get up and down the court in a hurry. A lot of players who know how to win. There's several players here who played on the football squad this past year. They really know a lot about winning, and that's been the tradition here at Monona Grove. Take a breath, Steve. Speaking of tradition here at Monona Grove, one of the things I'm going to try and do is give you a little Monona Grove basketball history as we go throughout the season. I'll tell you boys' history during the boys' game, girls' history during the girls' game. For the girls, it was 1972, 35 years ago. Is that 35? 25? Something like that. 1972, though, when the girls first fielded a basketball team. The boys, on the other hand, when the school was opened in 1955, they had a basketball team. In fact, I found the newspaper article from March of 1955, the Wisconsin State Journal, when Principal Edmund Schwann approved the hiring of 2 coaches. First of all, John Clement, the late John Clement, was hired as the athletic director. He was also the football and track coach. Athletic director, like I mentioned, and a physical education teacher. And then one of my favorites, Frank Levac. Coach Levac hired to coach the basketball team and teach industrial arts. Long career here at Monona Grove coaching and teaching. He was the first of only 3 high school basketball coaches here at Monona Grove. The boys have had only 3 coaches in their entire career here since 1955, the first being Frank Levac and John Verhelst, and most recently and currently, Dan Zwiefel. We're going to talk a little bit more about Frank Levac as the season goes on, as the game goes on, let's say. Let me find a little tidbit here for you about Dan Zwiefel. Dan, let's see. Got his 250th career win last year, looking to add on to that and get a return visit to the state championship team. Silver Eagles first went to the state championship under Frank Levac in 1970. I remember that. I was a grade schooler at Nichols Elementary School, and our Phi Ed teacher, Jim Green, would stop class so we could watch MG play their first game in the state tournament. It was pretty exciting. I remember it was a big deal because it was the first time the school had ever sent anybody to the state tournament. Of course, 1970, the school was only 15 years old. That makes me really old, doesn't it? But anyways, we're going to research some of that and share it throughout the course of the season. And then we'll have some surprises along the way here. As is the new tradition here, WIAA starting a lot of their games early at 7:15 to get an earlier finish. allowing only a 15-minute warm-up between the JV and the varsity games. A little bit of a change from last year when they had 20 minutes and starting time was usually closer to 7:30 or later. We should be getting done a little earlier than we have in the past. If you're listening to WVMO LP, the voice of Monona, we're going to try and have a radio game of the week. That one will be announced prior to each game, of course. Next week, on next Friday, we'll be here when the girls take on Monroe. That ought to be a great one. Monroe's got an outstanding team. Just some excellent players. Sydney Matheson, Sydney Hilliard. A lot of recruits on that team, a younger Matheson girl. And it's always fun to play against Monroe because they're coached by the former MG coach, Sam Matheson. Coach Keel's got a pretty decent team. I believe they're off to a 3-1 start. Led, of course, by McKenna Warnock, as if you were living under a rock and hadn't heard of her. Warnock creeping up on the all-time record for points here at Monona Grove, and she's just a junior. MG 3-0 on this early part of the season. The boys will travel to Monroe next Tuesday, and then back here on Saturday night to take on Madison Edgewood. At Edgewood will be a TV game. Like I said, we're doing the girls against Monroe Friday night. That'll be radio and TV, and then the boys will be just TV for Saturday night. I have to break the news to my wife on that one. One of the interesting stats from this season is MG is led by a pretty decent margin in each of their 3 games at halftime. Columbus and Sauk Prairie, they had huge halftime leads, coasting to victories there. Columbus, they beat 86-55. Sauk Prairie, not quite as easy, but 59-44. I think they held Sauk to just 17 points in the first half. Watertown was a little closer at halftime, but then the Silver Eagles outdistancing them at the second half, ultimately winning 86-61. I mentioned that Milton does not have a great amount of size. Their leading scorers, Jared Brown is 6 feet tall, Brad Bowdish 6 feet tall, Kate Austin 6'3", AJ Gray 5'8", Kyle Wecker is 6'4". He appears to be the biggest guy on the roster. Grayson Hammer, isn't that a great name? Grayson Hammer. That's like Thor's pseudonym, isn't it? Whereas the Silver Eagles have all kinds of size. Schrockenthaler and Hepp both listed at 6'7". Kyle Netz 6'5", Carson Antonsen 6'5". Several guys who are 6'4", Jimmy Tomei, Henry Houston. Ogden is 6'3". Austin Elmer 6'3", so a lot of size for the Silver Eagles. A lot of depth. They got a lot of different guys that can score. Would not surprise me to see the entire squad get into action tonight. We will see. We will see. All right, I'm going to step out and let you watch a little bit of warm-ups here. We'll be back in a little bit with the tip-off for the Silver Eagles versus the Milton Redhawks here on WVMO LP, the voice of Monona. MG Pep Band in action tonight. We'll run down some of the early season scoring for the Silver Eagles. Caden Nelson, I mentioned, averaging almost 18 points a game. He had 25 the other night against Watertown. Let's see other big scorers. Sam Hepp had 15 in the opener against Columbus. Max Nelson averaging 9 a game. He had 13 in that opener. Jimmy Tomei with 10 against Watertown. Schrockenthaler with 25 versus Sauk. So the Silver Eagles, a lot of inside-outside scoring. They're going to be matchup problems for just about every team in this conference. They're especially going to give Milton problems tonight. Silver Eagles last year, let's see, record was 17-8. Losing in sectionals to Wanakee, 66-47. That's how their season ended. Milton's season ended far earlier than that, of course. Like I mentioned, 21 losses against only 2 wins. That's That's a tough season. That's got to be kind of discouraging. These two teams were pretty much that direction in football too. Monona Grove enjoying an 11-1 season, getting to level 3 playoffs, where Milton suffered through 3-6 year. Weren't invited to the playoffs, not with a record like that. I mentioned one of Milton's best players going off to a different school to play basketball, Mark Bowditch, averaging 15 points a game last year. His honorable mention all conference, chose to play at Basketball Academy down in Florida. The Silver Eagles graduated 3 good players from last season's team. Mitch Kelsey was second team all conference, 13 points a game. Dan Smith, a smooth guard, 7.5 points a game. He was honorable mention all conference. And then a third starter, Jared Nelson, averaging just under 5 points a game. He played that 3 position for the Silver Eagles. Dan Zwiefel always likes having that shorter, tough guy play forward who gets the tough defensive assignments, and usually undersized, but usually a scrapper too, you know. Marcus Goff played that position. You want to go way back. Eric Massey played that. And here come the Red Hawks. Those are kind of different shirts. Baseball look to them. Let me see if I can capture who their starters are while they're warming up here. 41, 15. Sounds like a combination. 5, 25. I'm missing one yet. 21. There we go. All right. It appears their starters will be number 5, Brad Bowditch, a 6-foot sophomore. Number 15, a 6'3" freshman, Cade Austin. Number 21, 5'8" junior, AJ Gray. 6-foot junior, number 25, Jared Brown. And 6'2" center, number 41, Chance Nelson. Nelson played some football against us, if I remember correctly. I believe he was a wide receiver. Let me check my notes here. Yes, Chance Nelson, an all-conference wide receiver. Silver Eagle starters will undoubtedly. Whoa, jeez. My head. Are we back on the radio? Awesome. Hey, welcome. We're about a minute away from player introductions here on Parents Night. I'm Steve Martinelli bringing you WVMO basketballs. The Silver Eagle boys in action against the Milton Red Hawks. Like I mentioned, I've been doing this 24 years now. Football was just my 23rd year. Basketball is what I started with at that first season of basketball back for when Bill Ziegler was running the program 24 years ago when my kids were in high school. All right, teams are huddling up. We're just about ready for the national anthem played by the pep band, and we'll get underway here. Earlier tonight, Milton victorious in both the JV and the freshman game. So the Silver Eagles hoping to snap that streak. Both teams lining up at center court, and we'll be ready for the national anthem momentarily. All right, the MG Pep Band with the national anthem. And now the starting lineup. First, the Milton Redhawks. Number 41, Chance Nelson. Number 5, Brad Bowditch. Bowditch just a sophomore. Number 15, freshman Cade Austin. Number 21, A.J. Gray, a junior. And number 25, junior Jared Brown. So Nelson, the only senior starter. A senior, 2 juniors, a sophomore, and a freshman. And now your Silver Eagles. All right, for the Silver Eagles. 6'7" junior, number 5, Sam Hepp. .6'4" senior, number 23, Jimmy Tomei. 6'1" junior, number 2 at guard, Caden Nelson. The second leading scorer on the Silver. Second scorer for the Silver Eagles. And the other guard, 6' senior, number 21, Max Nelson. And the big man, number 33, 6'7" senior, Jake Schrockenthaler. So, Silver Eagles with Schrockenthaler, Tomei, Nelson, Hepp, and Caden Nelson. Silver Eagles going through their pregame ritual. Wait. Oh, they're going to let him catch it himself? No, here it comes. There we go. All right, we're ready to go. So the severely undersized Redhawks take the floor. Bowditch is 6 foot, Austin's 6'3", Gray is 5'8", Brown is 6 foot, Nelson is 6'2". Height isn't everything, but boy, it's got to count for something when there's this big of a difference. The Silver Eagles, good 2 to 3 inches taller at every position. Sam Hepp will jump center for the Silver Eagles. We've got 18 minutes on the clock, and we're ready to play some basketball. The tip goes to the Redhawks. Bowditch recovers. He'll give it to Cade Austin to bring it up. Austin top of the key, over to the right side to Gray. Up on top to Brown. Brown for 2 to start the game. Jared Brown, their leading scorer, hits the first 2 of the game. Now, this is Caden Nelson, top of the key for MG. Finds Schrock at the post. Schrock into the lane. Drop back. Max Nelson for 3. Max leading the team in three-pointer shooting. I believe that's his 3rd of the season already. A.J. Gray up the floor in a hurry. Silver Eagles in their man-to-man defense. This is Brown up top. A.J. Gray left side looking for some help. Runs into a double team. Now he goes up against Schrockenthaler. That leaves Nelson open. He won't drive the baseline, though. Not against Schrock. Little jump pass. Almost walked with it. Got to get rid of it. Slapped away by Caden Nelson. Quickly ahead to Max. Max lays it up. Left hand, no. Schrock with the rebound. The putback. 2 for Schrockenthaler. 5-2, the Silver Eagles with the early lead over the Milton Redhawks. Cade Austin gets it in. Gets it across to Gray, and Gray is fouled before he gets to midcourt. Tomei called for the foul there. First foul on either team. So, Cade Austin will inbound at half court. Gets it into 21, A.J. Gray. Gray guarded by Caden Nelson trying to get across. Caden picks his pocket, goes in for the layup, and a 2, and it's a 7-2 MG lead. Caden with a couple steals already in the first half. Now they get it into Bowditch, and Bowditch is fouled by Max Nelson. Second foul on the Silver Eagles. Silver Eagles play an aggressive pressing defense. They get it into Gray. Gray over to Austin, back to Gray. Against the double team. Austin goes right corner to Bowditch. Thought about the shot, runs into the double team. Now he's harassed. Tomei all over him. This is Nelson, right baseline, trying to drive it. Goes against Schrockenthaler. Schrock slaps it out of his hands, picked up by Tomei. Excuse me, by Hepp. This is Caden Nelson coming down right side. Off the front of the rim. The shot by Jimmy Tomei. Right corner, missed by Caden. Rebound, Redhawks. Gray will bring it up. Caden going for the steal and missed that one. Gray almost lost it. What do we got? Knocked out of bounds by the Redhawks. MG ball. 15:36 to play in the first half. 7-2, the Silver Eagles with the quick lead. Sam Hepp will inbound. I want to see Sam Hepp get loose and dunk one. I've heard stories. Sam, an outstanding football player this past fall. A deep threat for the Silver Eagles. This is Max Nelson, right elbow, into the corner to Tomei. Tomei getting from the left baseline, out to Hepp for three. Boom, baby! Sam Hepp gives the Silver Eagles the 10-2 lead. They inbound against the press. Hepp is everywhere on defense. Those arms reach across the court. This is Chance Nelson, left corner, doesn't want anything to do with it. They swing it around to the top. They go around to the right side. This is Jared Brown. Brown almost has it stolen. Takes the long three, no. Knocked out of bounds, no, saved. Off Caden Nelson, picked up by Max. Max will bring it across. Silver Eagles on the run. This is Caden coming in right side, lays one up. Nice reverse. Caden with 4. And a timeout called by the Redhawks. 12-2, the Silver Eagles lead it. 14:40 to play in the first half. Well, the Silver Eagles definitely pushing the ball, and it's worked for them so far this season. Monona Grove averaging 77 a game. Obviously, it's early in the season. We're only 5 minutes and 20 seconds into the fourth game, but I just happened to stumble across the school record for points, and it was I believe the 65-66 team averaged 74 a game. I'll have to check and see if more recently any of Coach Z's teams beat that. All right, after the timeout, the Silver Eagles starters remain on the floor. Who have we got coming out here? Is that number 13? I don't see a 13 on the roster. That'd be Calhoun. Gray into the corner. This is Calhoun, tips it up top to Gray. Gray harassed by Caden again. Over to 15, this is Cade Nelson. Knocked out of bounds, and it's MG ball. So a couple turnovers by the Redhawks, giving the Silver Eagles a chance to add to that 12-2 lead. Max will inbound it to Caden Nelson, and Caden will walk it across the timeline. Hand off to Max. Max between the circles. Over to Sam Hepp, up on top. Caden left side, long pass, looking for the alley-oop. Schrock with the rebound and the putback. They had Hepp cutting towards the basket. He couldn't get his hands on it. Schrockenthaler got the rebound and the putback, and it's 14-2. Gray gets it across the timeline, trying to drive against Schrock and backs it off easily. Schrock harasses that one, but A.J. Gray makes the basket just the same with a rainbow shot. One-hander, 14-4, MG. Cade, right-hander, nice layup. Caden Nelson showing some good moves under the basket. Nice first step. Stolen by Hepp, nope. Recovered by Calhoun, he goes down the lane. Slapped away, this is 33 who lost the ball to Schrock. Ben Burdett, recovered by the Redhawks, and now stolen by Jimmy Tomei. Jimmy will take it in, no. Pass it to Hepp. Hepp lays it up and in. Timeout, Redhawks again. Sam Hepp with 5 points. And it's an 18-4 MG lead. We're 6 minutes and 40 seconds into the game is all. 13:20 to play in the first half. Only 2 field goals allowed by the Silver Eagles, and they've made 2 threes. Scoring by 4 different players so far. Caden Nelson with 6, Hepp with 5. Off to a good start. So no Alec Ogden starting tonight. Ogden, you've maybe heard me mention his name during the football season once or twice. All right, Silver Eagle 5 come back out on the floor. Coach Z with an extremely talented bunch this year. Their JV last year was just terrors. And varsity wasn't too bad either. We lost a couple good players, like I mentioned, Kelsey, Smith, and Meyer, but this is a strong, strong bunch. All right, against the MG press, they inbounded to KJ Gray of the Red Hawks. He'll bring it up against Caden Nelson. Gray looking for some help now. Finds 35. This is Kyle Wecker. 25 into the left corner. Jared Brown back up top to Burdette. Baseline Gray. Ran into trouble and throws it. Picked up by Max Nelson, who lays up the left-hander for 2. Max with 5 points, and it's a 20-4 game. Gray runs into the double team. Hands it off to Burdette. Wecker. This is Gray now. Looking for some help as he's double teamed. Tipped. Picked up by Calhoun. 3-ball blocked by Schreck. Oh, boy. Jake got way up on that one. And that 13, I don't know who this kid is, but he's given up a good foot to Jake Schrockenthaler. Jake swatted that one deep into the horn section. Pep band occupying that corner. Milton will inbound now. This is Calhoun, top of the key, guarded by Caden Nelson, and Caden with a reach in. That's his first foul, third team foul against the Silver Eagles. No real damage yet. Nobody's gone to the line. 12.5 minutes to play. 20-4, the Silver Eagles on top. They inbound to Wecker. Over to Calhoun, right side. Handoff to Jared Brown. He'll dribble to the top between the circles. This is Wecker. Wecker with a strange move there. Over to Josh Terrell. Just noticed he's in the game, number 11. 2-ball shot by Brown. Rebound 11. Who's that? I'm sorry. Henry Houston in the game for the Silver Eagles. Hands off to Hep. Hep the layup. Help Miranda. Help Miranda. All right. Calhoun bringing it across. He's a quick little feller. They're working that right side against the Silver Eagles. Now tipped out of bounds as Josh Terrell and Calhoun playing keep away before one of the Silver Eagles knocked it out of bounds, and Milton will have it right at the end of the MG bench. Sit down, ya bum. Terrell inbounding. Picked up by Caden Nelson. Caden on the run, goes in right side, lays it up, draws the foul, and will go to the line for 2. See who they call this on. Calhoun draws the foul. Caden Nelson for his first free throw attempt. And it's good. Caden with 7. Let's add another one there. Anthony Ellis-Crail and Tomei coming in. Schrockenthaler will sit down. And who else? Oh, Max Nelson. Caden sinks them both. 8 points for the junior. Now he'll sit down and, Tomei will come in for in. Who else did we add here? Number 3, Joey Scalisi. Scalisi, an outstanding soccer player, all conference this past fall. Almost came up with a steal there. 24-4, 11:41 to play in the first half. The Silver Eagles on top over the Red Hawks. Scalisi strips the ball away. Now Ellis-Crail gets tied up, and they're going to say it's MG ball. Hep will inbound, and Jimmy Tomei will bring it up for the Silver Eagles. Tomei, 6'4", an awful big guy to be bringing it up for MG. They give it to Scalisi, right elbow. Ellis-Crail in the right corner. Up to the top to Houston. Tomei thought about a drive. Now give it to Houston. Left side, Scalisi. 3 ball for Henry Houston. Houston, a 6'4" junior guard. Nice to have a kid who's 6'4" who can shoot like that. It's 27-4. We're not even halfway through the first half. Houston comes up with a steal, lays this one up, and 5 quick points for Henry Houston, and he'll go to the line and look for a 6th. Foul on 15, Cade Austin. No, I'm sorry. 13, it turns out, is Ryder Radke. And he has 2 fouls now. And a timeout called. 29-4, the Silver Eagles jump into the big lead, 10:53 to play. Start looking at a lead like this and you wonder how soon before Coach Z starts clearing the bench. He started to substitute some already. Monona Grove off to a great start. I believe that's Houston's second three-pointer of the season. Let me check here. Yes, it is. I like that, having a 6'4" player who can hit the big three like that. You can never have too many big guys or guys who can hit threes, and when you got one who can do both, Coach Z's got one of those on his roster, a former player of his, Andy Whitty. Andy's not here tonight, but boy, when he was in high school, was he a nice shooter. And a big kid, too. Finished out at 6'7". He was only 5'9" when he started on varsity as a freshman, but 6'7" by the time he graduated, but he so shot like he was a 5'9" guard. All right, Houston to the line. Milton may come out. I doubt that they're giving up already. It's a little early. There's still 10:53 to play in the first half. And sure, they're down by 25 already, but come on. Jaden Robinson in the game for the Silver Eagles. So Robinson, Crail, Scalisi, Houston, and Tomei. Houston hits his free throw, completing the three-point play. He's got 6 points already in this one. This is 21, Gray working against, is that Jaden? Yeah. No, that was Crail. There's Jaden covering 41, Chance Nelson. Davis looking for some help. Up top to Terrell. Terrell takes the baseline, partially blocked. Rebound. And the putback by Wecker. Only the third field goal of the night for the Redhawks. Tomei will bring it down. This is Robinson, right corner. They clear out for him. They go up top to Houston. Houston drives. Nice lay-in for Henry Houston. He's got 8 points already. (32-6). More Silver Eagle subs ready to come in. Wecker, right corner pass. Knocked out of bounds by Houston. Schrockenthaler. Who else is coming in here? Number 2, Caden Nelson. And Max Nelson also coming in. So Scalisi, Houston, and Robinson will sit down. So we still have Tomei and Crail, Ellis Crail on the floor. Three-pointer missed. Rebound, Caden Nelson. That was Terrell missing that one. Oh, and Caden dribbles off his foot. Picked up by Gray. Hands it off to number 5. This is Brad Bowditch. Bowditch down the floor in a hurry. Into the corner. Oh, and Schrockenthaler going for the block. Fouls Chance Nelson. Nelson will go to the line for 2. Just the 4th team foul. First on Jake. Chance Nelson to the line. All sorts of Nelsons in this game. And they haven't missed a free throw yet. Number 40, Grayson Hammer in for the Redhawks. Nelson, second free throw is missed. Rebound, Jimmy Tomei. Max Nelson down low to Schrock. Schrock lays it up and in and draws the the foul. Wecker called for his first foul. Team third foul. Schrockenthaler to the line for one. Boom. 7 points for the big man. It's a 35-7 MG lead. 9:15 to play in the first half. MG controlling this one almost from the start. Milton scored the first basket, and since then it's been all MG. This is Wecker working against Tomei, and we got a foul called. They're going to get Max for reach-in. Nope, Tomei called for the foul. Jimmy's second foul. Just the fifth team foul against the Silver Eagles. Nothing to fret. 9 minutes and a second to play. Wecker inbounding. Gets it into Chance Nelson. Chance will bring it across himself. Stop at the top of the key and hand off to A.J. Gray. Gray guarded by Caden Nelson. He'll go to the right elbow. They swing it around into the corner. Nelson back up top to Wecker. He'll drive the lane, slapped out of his hands, picked up by Max. Max Nelson quickly ahead to Schrock. Jake, nice pass out of bounds is Milton. Brad Bowditch intercepted that pass, carried it out of bounds. Robinson will sit down and Sam Hepp will come in. So the Silver Eagles with their original starting five out there, I believe. Yeah, it does look like it. Hepp for three, no. Rebound, number 10. That's, no, number 40, Grayson Hammer. Sounds like a character out of Archer, maybe. Oh, nice steal by Max. He'll take it up the right side, lays it up and in. Max showing he can lay that ball in with either hand. 7 points for the senior. Gray brings it across the timeline now for the Redhawks. He'll go in, test Schrock. Schrock comes out, rebound Nelson. Nelson goes back up with it. 2. I have a feeling that's what Davis or Gray was hoping to do. Caden inside to Schrock. Schrock leans in, swirls it around, and flushes it. 39-9, 7:45 to play in the first half. Caden with the steal and the putback. And a timeout called. Caden Nelson in double figures already, averaging just under 18 a game. It's early. 41-9. I mentioned in the pregame the Silver Eagles have jumped out to good-sized leads early in the first half of these games. Nothing like a 41-9 lead, though. And we still have 7 minutes and 41 seconds to play in the first half. A lot of game. Let's not count the Redhawks out yet. Although the Silver Eagles have gotten fairly deep into their bench. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 Silver Eagles have seen the floor already. Coach Z getting a lot of players in. We got another one coming in now, Austin Elmer. Elmer, Schrockenthaler, Hepp, Nelson & Nelson. The law firm of Nelson & Nelson, we can help you. All right, 41-9. If this is the first you're seeing the Silver Eagles this season, you've got to be impressed. They're looking pretty smooth. They're shooting outside, they're shooting inside, they're playing rebounds. But let's not give them too much credit just yet. Milton is not the greatest team in the conference. All right, Wecker will inbound. Silver Eagles drop off that press a little bit now. They'll hang back and pick up their guys at half court. This is Wecker looking inside for Bowditch. Finds him in the left side. Bowditch up top to 33. Burdett looking inside for Gray. Gray got to get out of there. He was in trouble. He was way outsized underneath. This is Hammer on top working against Sam Hepp. Hepp looking for help. They hand it off to Bowditch. Caden almost came up with a steal. This is Wecker left side. Wecker out to Burdett. Up top. Guarded by Elmer. He hands it off to Hammer. Hammer will give it to Gray instead. Gray between the circles, guarded by Caden Nelson. Caden reaching in all the time looking for a steal. They go inside for Wecker. Silver Eagles all around him, and Wecker makes the nice basket. He had to have confidence. He had 3 Silver Eagles hanging around there. Gets them into double figures. They've got a few more points than Caden. Caden missing that 3 there. That would have given him the edge. Oh, come on. Where's the travel? Out of bounds, MG ball. Wecker slid his foot along the floor. No travel call, but then he threw it away. So it's Silver Eagle ball. 6:28 to play in the first half. A 41-11 MG lead. And Wecker will come out. 13, Radke will come in. Radke, I didn't mention him as a leading scorer because he's only played 1 varsity game and scored 12 points. 5'7" sophomore. This is Caden Nelson trying to drive in. He'll pull it back. Now give it to Hepp. Hepp loops it into Schrock. Schrock takes it away from a Red Hawk and lays it up over his head. Schrock with 9 points. Oh, Hepp going for the steal and knocks it out of bounds. No, I was wrong. Schrock with 11 points now. Houston will come in, and Cade Nelson will take a seat. I like Houston, a 6'4" guard. A junior, so we'll get him for a couple of years here on varsity. Radke will bring it up against the much taller Houston. He hands off to number 40. That's Grayson Hammer, and Houston will pick him up. Nice move there, and a steal by Max Nelson. Max will lay this one up for an easy 2. Yes, he does. Silver Eagles have not missed any bunnies, and that's important. Got to make the stuff they give you. 9 points for Max now. Bodic trying to drive, runs into trouble. They're going to call a jump ball. Ooh, Bodic is a little scrappy underneath the basket there, messing with Schrock, giving up half a foot and about 100 pounds. All right, possession arrow goes to the Red Hawks. Scalisi will come in for Max Nelson. So we've got Houston, Scalisi, Hepp, Elmer, and Schrockenthaler. Under their own basket, they inbound and knocked out of bounds by Scalisi. Scalisi's a fast little guy. Shortest Silver Eagle on the roster, listed at 5'8". Looks a little bigger than that, but he's a quick one. Now, number 12, Kyle Nett, a 6'5" junior coming in for Schrockenthaler. This is Radke, top of the key. Looking for some help. Hands it over to Hammer. Hammer gets to the free throw line, backs off. Now they come up top to Jared Brown. Brown, their leading scorer, except for Radke in this one game. He'll hand it off to Radke. Guarded by Scalisi. Now they look, try to get it inside to Burdett. He passes it out. This is Brown. He goes between the top of the circles. They haven't penetrated at all to speak of tonight. Now Radke trying it there, runs into Elmer, picked up by Hepp. Hepp coming in from the right side to 5-footer. No, gets his own rebound, puts it back up, rebound. Kyle Nett for 2 with the putback, his first basket of the night. 25, a 3 ball. That was Jared Brown. Brown, their leading scorer with 5 points. It's a 47-14 MG lead. 4:35 to play in the first half. Houston to into the corner to Scalisi, back to Houston. He'll try the right-hand scoop. No. Tipped by Elmer. Tipped again, and we're going to get a foul. I think we're going to get a reach on Austin Elmer. Nope, it's going to be against the Silver Eagles. Elmer's called for his first foul. I thought he might have got on the back of that kid. Austin will sit down. Robinson and Ellis Crail will come in. Who else is sitting here? Hepp is. So, Coach Z going deep already. Oh, we got a foul in the backcourt. Too bad because Milton had made a nice move to get a guy free underneath the basket. I think that was Radke with the layup. Instead, it's a foul called on Ben Burdett, his first. 4:12 to play in the first half, 47-14. The Silver Eagles with a huge, huge lead. Scalisi will walk it up, get picked up at half court by Radke, go into the right corner to Jaden Robinson. Robinson out to Crail, swinging around, Scalisi, Crail, net in the left corner, right corner. It's Scalisi open in the left corner, Robinson. And the miss there by Ellis Crail, too bad. A rare miss. The Silver Eagles shooting exceptionally well. Now Radke a little behind the back action. Back up top to Austin. 2-ball by Stuckey. Quickly ahead to net. Net lays it up, can't get it to drop, but he draws the foul and will get 2 free throws. They're going to call number 25, Jared Brown, for his first foul. And send Net to the line for the first time tonight. Look, I'm not sure if he's scored yet for Monona Grove this season. Nets that one. Yeah, I know, that was bad. It was there, though. It was there, and you had to take it. All right, Net's second one. Oh, not going to good. Oh, and Net fouls the kid from behind. So, Net called for his first foul. And that'll send Stuckey, number 20, to the line. Shooting 1-on-1, I believe. Yep. Missing it. Rebound, Robinson. Scalisi for 2. First basket for Scalisi. We'll run down the scoring before the start of the second half. Now Gray working the right side. 25, 3-ball for Jared Brown. Brown with 8 points. He's got almost half their points. It's 50-17. Missed there by Robinson, tipped, recovered by Gray. He's down the floor in a hurry. Robinson fouls number 20, Miles Stuckey, and Stuckey will go to the line again. Now we're in the bonus, so they'll be shooting Jaden Robinson, a second-team All-Conference defensive back this fall. Stuckey's first free throw, no good. Number 22, Sam Gronsky in. Gronsky, an outstanding linebacker for the Silver Eagles this fall. Stuckey lining up that third free throw attempt of the night. Hey, he finally made one. That's his first point of the night. And that makes it 50-18. Big Silver Eagle lead with 2:45 to play in the first half. Scalisi to Houston for 3, no. They're calling a Silver Eagle foul, I think, on Gronsky. Stinson and Bishop into the game for the Silver Eagles. No foul on that one, but they say the Silver Eagles tipped it out of bounds. Gray going to the hoop, fouled by Scalisi. Scalisi picking up his first foul. 9th team foul against the Silver Eagles, and Gray's first trip to the line. He had 2 points early in this game and nothing since then until right now with that free throw. All right, Josh Terrell and number 41, Chance Nelson, back in for the Red Hawks. This has got to be discouraging for a team to fall behind 50-19 in the first half. Gray's second free throw attempt, no good. Rebound 11, Houston. Scalisi to the hoop, and he draws a foul. I think this is just about everybody on the roster so far. Jared Brown's second free throw. Scalisi to the line for the first time. Good on that one. Scalisi with 3 points and another opportunity coming up. Scalisi eyes it up, bounces it around and misses. Silver Eagles are shooting free throws well tonight. I haven't looked at how they've done on the season, but so far so good tonight. Gray working against 22. That's Sam Gronsky, misses that one. Nelson knocks it out of bounds. No, they're going to say MG. Stinson touched it last. Stinson, the younger sibling of a couple outstanding MG athletes. Zach Stinson, great football player, played a little basketball as well. And then Kelsey Stinson, the school record holder with 8 3-pointers in a single game. Oh, he stepped on the line, the ref didn't see it. Stuckey draws the foul. And the basket counts. Stinson picking up his first foul. Game getting a little ragged here in the waning minutes of the first half. The huge MG lead. Stuckey with a chance at the line to add one more, and he does. He has 4 points on the evening. 51-22, under 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Scalisi will walk it up for the Silver Eagles. Off to Houston, drive the lane, Henry, foul, nothing called. They save it from going out of bounds to Gray. Gray will bring it up, goes to the left corner. Up top to Terrell, 3 ball, rattles in and out, rebound Houston. No foul called there. Houston and Scalisi and Nelson got mixed up. Now Houston looking inside for Gronsky. Up top, Stinson. Over to Houston, right side. Thought about the 3 from the elbow. He'll back it up now. Now he's got Gronsky in the right corner. Scalisi top of the key. Hands off to Houston just next to him. Now Gronsky. Excuse me, that was Bishop. There's Stinson, Houston, Scalisi. They're just eating clock here, under a minute to play. Scalisi, and we get a foul called. This will go against the Red Hawks. Chance Nelson called for his first foul. And that'll send Sam Gronsky to the line. His first free throw attempt of the evening is no good. Rebound Red Hawks. A.J. Gray bringing it up for Milton. Oh, what do we got there? Stuckey called for the travel as he plows down Joey Scalisi. .40 seconds and counting to play in the first half. A 51-22 MG lead. They're up by 30 at one point. Nice 3-ball there by Jordan Bishop. No, that wasn't Gronsky, that was Bishop. PA announcer has it wrong. Jordan Bishop had a nice shot lined up there on the 3-pointer, and when they got him the ball, he didn't waste a minute. 54-22. We're under 10 seconds to play now. Gronsky comes up with the steal. No, that was Bishop. To Houston, lays it up and in. And that ends the first half. Silver Eagles up 56-22. As they go to the locker room, Monona Grove with a safe lead. We'll be back with the exciting second half of Silver Eagle basketball here on WVMO, the voice of Monona, 98.7 FM. I'm Steve Martinelli. Stick around. Welcome back to the second half of Silver Eagle basketball. I'm Steve Martinelli, and this evening, the Silver Eagle boys having their way with the Milton Red Hawks as they lead at the end of the first half, 56-22. I'm not even going to bother running down the Milton scoring. It's just not worth mentioning. Only 22 points. Silver Eagles, on the other hand, 56 is an impressive total. We figured we'd have a good game against these guys, but boy, they jumped out to a nice lead and hung on throughout the half. All right, in the first half, the Silver Eagles led, as they have been most of the season. Jake Schrockenthaler 11 points, 10 each for Henry Houston and Caden Nelson, 9 for Max Nelson, 7 for Sam Hepp, and 3 apiece for Joey Scalisi, Kyle Nett, and where's my other one? Jordan Bishop. Silver Eagles hitting 6 out of 9 free throws in the first half. 4 threes as they made everything work. That first opening minutes when they came out with that full court press, they held Milton into single digits for the longest time. I don't know. They kind of set the tone for the game, and we'll see if the Silver Eagles can keep up the intensity. No doubt they're looking ahead to Monroe. That's Tuesday night, I believe. Let me look here. No. Boys will travel to, Monroe, a Tuesday night. The girls will be home against Sun Prairie that same night. Tomorrow night, you can catch the girls right here against Watertown. I won't be here, but somebody will be probably. Still doing the game tomorrow night, David?
What?
Who's doing the game tomorrow night?
We have a game,
Probably not doing it. It's a girls' game.
no
That's
game.
all right. No game tomorrow night, folks. You got to come out and watch them if you want to see them. See Melissa Warnock in person, averaging 33 points a game, 17 rebounds. If not the best player in the state, certainly in the discussion. Silver Eagles come out to start the second half with their original starting 5. Caden and Max Nelson, Hepp, Tome, and big Jake Schrockenthaler. For the Redhawks, it's Bowditch, Gray. I can never remember 15's name. Austin, Nelson, and some other Louis, Jared Brown. All right, Max Nelson with the ball to start the second half. Hand it off to Hepp, swinging around left side. Caden Nelson, left elbow up top to Tome, swinging right side to Max. Max up top to Caden. Caden looping it into Schrock. Schrock backing in. Oh, nice pass to Hepp. Hepp going for the dunk. Couldn't get a dunk, but got the 2 and the foul. Hepp in double figures now with this free throw. Second foul on Chance Nelson. Hepp can become the 4th Silver Eagle to get into double figures tonight if he can sink this one. And he does. Silver Eagles 7 out of 10 shooting free throws. Just underway here, 59-22. Gray runs into the double team, looking for some help, finds Nelson. Nelson, take it to the hoop, path blocked. They get it up top to Gray again, swinging around left side. This is Jared Brown. Left corner is Bowditch. Bowditch guarded by Max Nelson, out to Nelson, back to Bowditch, streaking underneath the basket for the reverse layup. That was a nice play, Bowditch with his first basket of the night. Tome, Nelson, Hepp left corner. Loop it across to Tome on the right elbow. He's looking for some help. Guarded by Brown. Up top to Caden Nelson. Caden will drive. Kick it into left corner to Hepp. Up top to Max. Max will drive right side. Right corner, Tome for 3. No. Tipped by Hepp. Picked up by Max. Reverse pass. Looking for Schrockenthaler, and we got a foul called. He went past the basket and did a no-look pass to Schrockenthaler, but got clipped on the way. Third foul on Chance Nelson. Picks up 2 quick ones here to start the half. Now they swing it to the left side to Tome. Free throw line, Schrock. Shoot that one, big guy. Nice little spin move, left-hander. Lays it up and in. 13 for Schrock, and it's a 61-24 MG lead. Austin setting a pretty heavy-duty pick there for Gray. Gray guarded by Caden Nelson. Caden called for a reach in there. Caden's been called for that a couple times now. He plays an aggressive brand defense, and it's paid off so far as he's gotten several fouls. Now Austin will inbound for the Redhawks. Gets it to Nelson. Caden going for the steal again. Caden comes up with it this time. Lays up the right-hander for 2 more. Caden hasn't shot the ball much outside tonight, but he hasn't had to. Schrockenthaler steals the inside inbound pass and makes him pay. That's, by my count, 15 points for Schrock now. And it's a 65-24 lead. 41 points, biggest of the night, and we've got 4 Redhawks coming in. Radke, Grayson Hammer, Kyle Wecker, and Josh Terrell. I wonder if Kyle's nickname is Weed Wecker. He's 6'4". You could call a guy who's 6'4" Weed. Yes, I meant like growing in a garden of weed, not a bad kind of weed, an illicit weed. Let's see who else is in. Number 33, Ben Burdett. So Burdett, Wecker, Terrell, Radke, and Grayson Hammer. Just under 16 minutes to play in the game, a 41-point MG lead. This is Wecker looking for Hammer underneath, and Wecker can't handle it, or Hammer can't handle it. Tipped by the Silver Eagles, they'll say, so Milton will get the ball. They get it inbound to Radke, right corner. Fights off a couple of players, Wecken and Caden Nelson. Hands it off to Burdett. Burdett to Wecker. Weed looking for some help. He gave up the dribble too fast. He had 3 Silver Eagles right around him, and somebody reaches in for it. That's Caden Nelson. Third on Caden. I can see Caden picking up a lot of fouls this year, but also a ton of steals. Terrell inbounding for the Redhawks. This is Hammer. Radke over to Wecker. Hammer bounces it off his face and out of bounds. MG ball right in front of the Milton bench. It's got to be tough for Coach Alex Olson in his first year. He knows he's got a long ways to go with this program, but boy, hard to be down by 41 points early in the first or second half. Now Nelson will bring it in and bring it up against Radke. Radke, just a freshman. Tomei to Schockenthal at the free throw line. Right corner, Max Nelson. Max trying to go baseline. And a blocking foul called. First called on Grayson Hammer. I love that name. Tomei, left side. All the way across to Hep. 3 ball from the corner. Boom, baby! Hep with 12 points now. 5 in the second half already. 68-24, the Silver Eagles lead it. This is Burdett. Stolen by Caden Nelson. Ahead to Hep. Hep can't get it to the hoop. Gets knocked down and get a couple free throws. Hep can really jump. Even getting fouled like that, he was up in the air. Burdett called for his second. 2 free throws coming up for Sam Hep. Big number 5, a 6'7" junior. Is Hep going to have to come out? Yeah, he must have got scratched as they're pulling him off to the sideline, and they'll attend to that. Official timeout called while they bandage up Sam Hep so he can go to the free throw line. No blood on the floor, that's the rule. So 68-24, the Silver Eagles with the lead. I mentioned where they're going after tonight. Let's see what Milton's got going on. They take on Stoughton. That's a tough doubleheader to play. They've got MG tonight, and then Tuesday they play Stoughton at home. Stoughton, one of the favorites in the conference. Second conference game of the year for both these teams. Silver Eagles beating Watertown 86-61 in Watertown's first conference game in the Badger South. All right, Sam's good to go, ready to shoot that free throw. He's anxious. Sam 1 for 1 tonight from the line. Lets it go. Nope. Got to make your free throws, even when you have a 60 or 46 point lead. Oh, missed them both. Rebound, Wecker. 2 straight misses. That's unusual for tonight. Oh! Radke challenging Schrock, and Schrock swatted that one away as if it was a fly. Milton inbounding under their own basket after the blocked shot. Gets it into Wecker. Wecker working against Hepp. Hepp blocks it right back to Wecker. Almost stolen by Max Nelson. Kicks it out to 11, Josh Terrell. He comes up top to Hammer. Hammer will reset the offense. Now he's looking for some help. Runs into a double team. Gets to the free throw line. Almost slapped away by Caden. Caden again. They get it to Terrell from the right corner. No. Rebound. Schrockenthaler. Schrock will take off on the run. Look at the big guy go. Ahead to Tomei. He'll bring it up to the top of the key. Backwards pass to Nelson. Caden will look around for some help. Take it to the free throw line inside to Schrock. Coming in, and Schrock gets fouled and goes down hard. He's all right, just got tripped up. Is that going to be Burdett's third, I believe? Burdett, a 6'2 center. Looks like he should be playing center on the football team. But he took down Schrock. They inbound to Hepp. Schrock at top of the key. Over to Caden Nelson to Max Nelson. Free throw line, drives in right side and draws a foul. A lot of fouls piling up here for the Red Hawks here in the second half. Burdett's 4th foul. Boy, they can hardly bear to lose that guy. And they sit him down, bring in number 15, Cade Austin. That's a 16 foul. We're in the bonus already. We're 13:40 to play in the first or second half. Caden saves that one from going across the timeline to Tomei. Caden gets it back. Max Nelson left corner, 3-ball. Boom, baby. Max with his second 3 of the night. Radke to Grayson Hammer. Trying to go baseline. Hammer for 2. Silver Eagles back down the floor in a hurry. Caden Nelson trying to go in from the right side. Lays it up. No. Schrock with the rebound and the putback, and we got a whistle underneath. Max Nelson, his second 3 of the night. He's got 4 on the season to lead the Silver Eagles. Foul on Hammer, his second. Caden Nelson making good on that free throw. He's hit 3 in a row tonight. I've got him unofficially for 13 points and perhaps number 14 coming up here. Nice. 4 straight free throws for Caden Nelson to go with 5 field goals, and that's 14 points. Radke into the lane to Wecker. Out to Terrell. Austin, and up top to Radke again. They go back down into the right corner, and Terrell will dribble it out. Radke, nice dribbling into the corner. Cade Austin. Nice ball movement here. Gray to Terrell. No. Yes. Josh Terrell hit the back of the rim, bounced it straight up in the air, and it dropped in for his first field goal of the night. Under 12.5 minutes to play. 73-29 MG on top. Hepp up top to Nelson, back to Hepp. To Cade Nelson now. Cade will try to drive and gets tied up. We got players all over him. They're going to call a travel on Cade Nelson. No, it cannot be. It must not be. It is. 12:16 to play in the second half. 73-29, a 44-point MG lead. A chance to cut it to almost 40. Radke hands it off. Oh, almost a steal by Tomei there. Schrockenthaler comes up with it. Quickly ahead to Tomei. Looking for Hepp. Hepp with the alley-oop for 2. And a timeout called. Ooh, half price on hot dogs. Hot dogs, 75-29. Big lead for the Silver Eagles. This is Stuckey into the lane. Stuckey for 2 more. Stuckey had 4 points in the first half. He's got 6 now. He's coming alive. 11:37 to play. Schrockenthaler gets the basket and the foul. I've got him for 17 points already and another one coming up. Wecker called for his second. Chop that weed down. All right, Silver Eagles substituting heavily now. 24, Ellis Crail in there. 11, Houston. Robinson in there, and Scalisi. Schrockenthaler's free throw, no good. Rebound, Davis. We're going to see a lot of subs here for the next 11 and a half minutes, I reckon. Ooh, Radke saved it from going out of bounds right into the hands of Schrockenthaler. Schrock down the floor in a hurry. He'll pull back now. Give it to Scalisi, top of the key, swinging around left side. Jaden Robinson draws the foul. We'll go to the line as we're in the bonus. Third foul on Grayson Hammer. Schrockenthaler will sit down, probably for the night. No. Austin Elmer will come in. Robinson's free throw, no good. Got to make those, Jaden. Jaden comes up with a steal on that one. Ahead to Houston. Houston from the left side, 2 more. Houston's having a nice game. I've got him unofficially for 12 points. 79-31, a 48-point lead. And this is Radke with the ball for the Red Hawks, trying to get in there against Scalisi. Nothing doing. Tipped out of bounds by Elmer. It's going to be Red Hawk ball. $10:39 to play. A big MG lead as they're going to coast to victory in this one, undoubtedly. Davis to Stuckey from the corner. Missing the 3. Rebound Scalisi. Joey skying for it as much as he can. Into the lane, draws a foul. Kicked it out to Houston, but the whistle stopped play. Radke called for his third. That'll send Scalisi to the line where he's 1 out of 2. Oh, just snuck that one over the rim. Scalisi with 4 points. See if he can add another one to that. Come on, Joe. Ain't your ordinary Joe. Makes that one. Scalisi, 3 out of 4 from the line tonight. Had a field goal, and he's got 5 points. Now Gray bringing it up for the Red Hawks. Almost slapped away by Ellis Crail. Lost my place there for a second. Ellis Crail called for a foul. His first, just the 3rd foul on the Silver Eagles here in the second half. Oh, lost out of bounds by by Stuckey. Cade Austin threw a nice pass to the left side, and it went through his hands and into the Milton bench. Radke will sit down, and Bowditch will come in for him. 10:06 to play in this one, 81-31. The Silver Eagles looking as if they could hit triple digits tonight. Scalisi to Robinson, right elbow, left elbow. Right elbow is Ellis Crail. Scalisi looking inside for Elmer. Austin recovers the tipped ball. Now they go up top to Houston. Now inside to Elmer. Back to Scalisi. 3 ball. No, almost dropped it in. Nice hustle there by Jaden Robinson to pick that one up. Back to Scalisi. Second chance shot coming. Yes, 2 more for ordinary. Ain't your ordinary Joe. 7 points for Scalisi. 83-31. Hard to train these guys in. And a steal by Jaden Robinson. Lays it up off the front of the rim. Rebound and put back by Henry Houston. Heads up play by Henry. I've got Henry for 14 unofficially now. Foul before the shot. I think they're going to get Jaden on this one. Jaden called for his second foul. Subs coming in for the Redhawks. We're going to see nothing but subs for the Silver Eagles. Everybody but Ogden getting into tonight's game, and we don't know where he is. I'm sure he's somewhere. Under 9 minutes to play, up by 54 points. 54 points, excuse me. Robinson tries to save that one, but it's going to be Red Hawk ball. 85-31 the score. 8:44 to play. Oh, that's right, we're playing with the running clock. I forgot about that. You get up over 50 and the clock runs in the second half. Bowditch taking the inbound pass. Well, that'll make it quick, and a timeout called. No, a foul. Scalisi called for his second foul. Bowditch working against Elmer. Into the right corner. Up top. Fall away shot. No, the foul before the shot. Oh, they're going to call it. Call a foul against the Redhawks. Number 11, that's Josh Terrell, called for his first foul. So it'll come back the other way. Monona Grove will have the ball with 7:40 and counting. 85-31. So he might not hit triple digits with that running clock. Scalisi taking his time getting across. Goes right side with Robinson to Ellis Creel. Back up top to Robinson for three. No. And a foul going back the other way. They're going to get Elmer for one. Second foul on Austin. Games like this, while they don't look to have much value because it's so one-sided, they're pretty great for the home team. Actually, the losers could take some experience away from this as well because you can play your bench players a lot. And these guys are getting some good minutes tonight. Lay-in by Stuckey. Stuckey with 8 points. He's one of their leading scorers tonight. 85-33. Silver Eagle miss. Gray for three. No off the front of the rim. Ellis Creel with the rebound. Houston up the floor. Robinson for three. Nope. Robinson's having a tough night shooting, and we're going to have a reach-in foul on Elmer. Jaden's doing what you do. You shoot until you get out of the slump, but he's had a couple good looks at the basket and just can't get him to drop yet. Third foul on Austin Elmer. Bowditch to the line for the first time tonight. He's only got 2 points, 6 minutes and 10 seconds. Clock running with the 50-point MG lead. Actually, it's a 52-point lead, even if he hits both of these. There's one for Bowditch. Boy, we're going to be done here pretty quick the way this is going. We're under 6 minutes. Bowditch's second one coming up. No good. Over the back. Ellis Creel draws the foul. Foul on number 35. Kyle Weed-Wecker. That'll send Ellis Creel to the line for two. Anthony scoreless tonight. First free throw attempt is good. Gets him in the scorebook. There we go. All sorts of subs coming in now. Gronsky. 34. Carson Antonsen coming up from JV to get some minutes. Stinson. Jordan Bishop. Missing that one. Ellis Creel making the first, missing the second. Now he'll take a seat. Number 12, Kyle Nett will come in. So like I said, everybody but Alec Ogden playing tonight, and he's not on the bench, so 86-34. A thorough whooping tonight. We're down to just about 4.5 minutes to play in the game. Layup by Stuckey. I'm not even going to bother keeping track of their score anymore, but he'll go to the line. The foul called on net. Net was it? No, they're saying 15. Isaac Stinson. Stuckey misses it. Rebound by net. Nice save. Stinson bringing it across for the Silver Eagles. Gronsky right side up top to net. Swinging around to the left to Bishop. Up to Carson Antononson. Going to probably mess that up. Stinson with the tip underneath the basket, and we got a foul going back the other way. 3:50 to play in the game. Clock continues to run as the Silver Eagles lead it by 50, 86-36. Stuckey to the line again. The foul that time on Stinson, his third. Carson Antonson. I'll get it. Heck, after the Nathan Ing debacle, I'm ready for any challenge. Radke in for Milton. Under 3:20 to play. Take your time with the line, Stuckey. There we go. We're under 50 points. 86-38. 3 minutes to play. Gronsky to Bishop. To net. Inside to Antonson. Back out to net. Swinging around left side, left corner. Gronsky. Nope, that was Bishop to Gronsky up top. This is Stinson. Right elbow. Handed off to Bishop. Gronsky for three. Come on. Stinson with the rebound underneath to Gronsky. Gronsky charges like a linebacker. He's a strong kid, you can see that, but lost the ball on that one. Milton makes the basket. Cuts into that lead. They break into over 40 points, 86-40. 2:22 to play. This is Stinson, top of the key. Right side net. Up to top to Bishop. Left corner, Gronsky. Free throw line net. In and out. Rebound, Milton. They're fighting each other for the ball. Just about down to 2 minutes to play. Three ball is good. 86-43. They've cut the lead to 43 points with 2 minutes to play. Milton making a furious comeback here. Bishop to Gronsky. To net underneath. They drive in, kick it out to Bishop on top. Bishop drive the lane. Gronsky. Net from the right corner. No. He's looking for Bishop. Back to Bishop. To net to Bishop. Bishop will dribble back. Net up top. So Eagles taking their time on offense. Gronsky has it slapped away by Bodic. Bodic harassed by Stinson. Can't make it drop, but the Radke trailing. He gets the putback with a minute and a half to play. 86-45. They've cut the lead to 41. They're just going to run out of time here. If we played another 20 minutes or 2 hours, they might catch us. That's going to send Carson Antonson to the line for two. He is scoreless tonight, as is Stinson, and Jimmy Tomei hasn't scored. Neither is Bishop. No, I take that back. Bishop had a three. Antonson misses the free throw. Antonson. Somebody correct me. Send me the phonetic spelling through Facebook. Steve Martinelli. I'm easy to find. 87-45 and tipped out of bounds by Bishop. Jordan Bishop, the heir apparent for taking over a linebacker for the Silver Eagle, or excuse me, quarterback for the Silver Eagle football team next year. This is Gronsky up top to Stinson. Stinson drives, kicks it back to net. Net in from the left side. They're going to say no basket. What are they going to call, a charge on him or what? Yep, they're calling net for the charge. I don't know. I thought that was a pretty smooth move to the basket. He looked pretty good to me. We're seconds away from being done here, and we're done here. 87-45. The Silver Eagles never in doubt. Leading almost the entire way. Milton had the first basket off the opening tip. After that, it was nothing but Silver Eagles as they win this one handily by 42 points. behind, let's see, outstanding effort by Caden Nelson, Sam Hepp, Henry Houston, Max Nelson, Jake Schrockenthaler, all the names you might expect. Sam Hepp, if I didn't mention him. 4 Silver Eagles in double figures. Yeah, this one was never even close, ladies and gentlemen. You got to come out and watch these guys. They're pretty good. All right, I mentioned Silver Eagles will go on the road Tuesday night when they play at Monroe. The girls are here tomorrow night against Watertown. That game is not on TV or radio, so if you want to find out who won before you see it in the paper on Sunday morning, you got to come out and watch them. The girls will also be here Tuesday night the 12th. We're back here on the radio and on YouTube when the girls take on Monroe Friday night the 15th. Come on out and watch. Thank you so much for watching tonight. This has been a WVMO LP Voice of Monona production. I'm Steve Martinelli, bringing you Silver Eagle basketball for my 24th year. Hooray for me. Thanks and good night, everybody.